Whether you like me or not is not my problem. You know, that's something that you got to work on internally. You know, if you're a healing type person, start there. You know, just ask yourself, what is my problem with people being great? And then just work through it, you know, because I'm not going to stop. So you can go ahead and clear that thought right now, you know, and good luck on your journey.
Baby, because it is a petty Friday. And I'm here with y'all. It is a petty Friday. Happy petty Fridays to you all, okay? We are back here at another round with another episode of Never Ever Met. And baby, it was hot and steamy in the hot tub, okay? The boom boom room was getting a lot of action, okay? All right. We had some drinks being made. And I was here for it. I was like, okay, I see you, Brandon. All right. But besides me seeing it for Brandon, Sienna didn't. All right. Child, it was a hot and heavy mess up in here. Y'all come on in, come on in. Welcome back to another round. I am your host, Jay. We are here. We're gonna get it started. Of course, I am joined by my girl El Cid, the one and only baby. Okay. We are here this Friday. I appreciate y'all coming in and showing us love with the green hearts in the chat. If you are new here, do us a favor. Go ahead, make yourself comfortable. Pull up a bar stool or sit at a booth, whatever you feel comfortable with. You know, order you a few hot wings or some little appetizers and whatnot. Get real cozy up in here because we're gonna be here for a good time and possibly a long time, but not that long, okay? Because I got things to do. I got a life. All right. Anyways. Get on in here. Get on in here. All right. Love to y'all. Do me a favor if you haven't already, please hit the like button. That is our tips around here. That's what we qualify as tips for us around here. And if you want to donate a little bit more tips, hit the subscribe button. You know what I'm saying? If you want to go ahead and throw a little 5, 10, or 20 up in there, you know, hit that subscribe button, you know. And if you want to be a constant Patreon at this here establishment, go ahead and join the membership, okay? Do us that solid, all right? Love you all. Happy Friday to y'all. But we are here with the madness, El Cid. How are you feeling, my girl?
I'm feeling good. I feel like Queen Latifah. Who you calling her?
You
That
and you are.
Wait a minute. We may not be a B this week, but we certainly elevating our voices and stuff. Okay. But
Oh,
I can see Sienna. I have been in her position.
mhm.
As a Brooklyn girl, I understand the hard shell that is needed for that concrete jungle. But you're not laying on a concrete bed with your man. You want to lay on a soft bed. So you got to have what? A soft demeanor. Let the edge come out every now and again, but don't lash him with it. Use a feather swat, not your whole hand.
Child. We're gonna get into her though, baby. We're gonna get into her because most of this episode was about Brandon and Sienna. So we gonna have a lot to say about those two. But in the meantime and in between time, let's get into some of the lesser couples, okay? Um, I don't know. I don't know. It's a lot going on in this house right now. All right. Chris is supposed to be with Sandia, but it seemed like Jodie, little Jodie, she making a little move. She making a play. Okay, she trying to run an interference. She trying to run a little interference. I was like, you giving a lot more eye contact and conversation to Chris than you do your own partner in this house. But you want to tell us, and I get it. You don't have to be all up on yours and all booed up. But you don't have to. I'm not saying that makes a relationship work because that's just not for some people. But some conversations here and there, not making him feel less than a man every 5 seconds. You know, those type of things. I don't know. Chicago is maybe a little rough around the edges when they come to loving on their partners. Where's Seaway at? She got to explain. She got to explain her city.
No, we're not going to paint all of Chicago that way. And Seaway is a living testament
Yes, she is.
that there are
She love
lovers in
her.
Chicago.
She
Okay?
love hard too. She love hard too. Shout out to our girl Seaway. Oh man, she been out here working on some things, y'all. I know y'all miss Seaway, so we gonna show her some love. But we got a Chicago girl up here. She said, "Wait a minute." Okay, you can explain it for us because our residential Chicagoan is not here right now because she's over here trying to get some things off the ground. But
We
these
just don't want you to bring no foolishness. That's
man,
all.
we had Dominique. Now we got Jodie going off the rails. I mean, I know next week she gonna go off the rails a little bit more. That's what my boys say up at Players Club. Chi-Town, pay that country boy nothing. Boy, she is paying Alex nothing. I mean, Aaron nothing, child. Aaron gets nothing.
Aaron can't even get a sip out the glass.
Whew.
That was an argument. You are like a 6-year-old. Wait a minute. I didn't know it was a sippy cup. Yet, Chris, chemistry doesn't have to be forced. It just happens. Mm.
We're here. We see each other.
Mm.
Oh, child. I said, okay, just tell him you don't like him. Tell him you don't like him. I was like, it's looking weird. And I know she gonna try to defend herself next week. But I was like, sis, if you understand chemistry doesn't have to be forced and stuff. And Chris is clearly oblivious to what is happening. Child, he's just a player boy. Players just be playing and stuff like that. Okay. He said no. All right, but I'm gonna stick to my story. Chris is oblivious to her wanting him back. Now he could be openly flirting, but I don't think he is really paying attention to her wanting him back in that regard. He's just thinking, oh, we here, we like brother and sister, this, that, and the third. Kissing cousins, maybe even a little bit better, but. Sadia, that's her name because I was about to say Sienna. Sandia is peeping game. It's peeping game, okay? I wonder if this is one of the ladies that told her. Since she says that the people in the house told her that he would flirt with the people in the house. I wonder if Jodie, is one of the people who told her, your man out here flirting with us. Well, men specifically.
I see Chris as entertaining her because she strokes his ego the way he likes. He likes to perform. He likes an audience. He likes the roar of the crowd. And she is giving him exactly what he likes. Sandia, his lady, is, more reserved and quiet. And, her compliments are for him privately. But Jodie is saying it out loud. Jodie's letting everybody know who want to listen. Yeah, Chris, you got that. We here. We understand each other. If this was a different kind of show and the couples were more established, I would say that they just are like kindred people on a personality level. Because I have been in that situation where, my husband is very much like Aaron J, very soft spoken. Now he's soft spoken because he watching, he watching everything. But I would be more the talkative one, and I may be talkative to the husband of the other couple, but it's nothing because we all are in established relationships. But in this instance, because they've only met each other now, it could be seen as you're flirting. Are you trying to trade in your player for another person? Are you trying to trade in Aaron for a Chris? Do you want to Do you want what Chris is shaking in his glass?
She want to move down from an A to a C, baby. She don't care. She don't care. And I mean, listen, it's not only us, the audience is picking up, of course, because the editor is going to have us pick up, but the house clearly is picking up in real time. So this is because it was about 4 or 5 other people who agreed that they see what's going on in front of their face. So it's not just the editing on this that is telling us that there might be some eyes. The people in the house is clearly picking up. Because you have Aaron H picking it up, you have Diamond with the Y, you have Millie, of course, India is picking it up. The only one really let me correct myself, because let me say Chris might not be as oblivious as Aaron with the J is, because Aaron with the J just like he's secure. Okay, that man is secure. He ain't picking up nothing. He like, He's just all in another world while she's sitting right there staring into the soul of Chris. I'm like, girl, take your eyes down a little bit. Bring your eyes down. I don't know.
I know not wanting a clingy woman like Aaron J says, but this is like no action. I mean, there's, not even a hold of the hand, not even a brush by your shoulders. I mean, there is nothing. No, honey, here, have the drink.
It's like even when she explained it, yeah, I see you guys laying on the couch and doing this. It's like, can you guys not sit on the couch one time and just be? You don't have to be with him all day doing that, but you can't just entertain him for longer than 5 minutes. I'm pretty sure you gave more conversation on the phone. You called him more than that than you seeing him in person. So I don't know. And that what was puzzling to me is that only Aaron H had wrote them as a couple with I think it was no intimacy, was it? Was it no intimacy, or didn't one of the ones that was, I don't want to say didn't make it, because pretty much everybody said Sienna and Brennan said that, but he was the only one that said they didn't have chemistry. I think it
Or
was
least compatible.
least compatible. Yeah, one of the two. I don't know. I was just like, I don't know how the rest of y'all don't see it, because we've been seeing it for a while now. Sienna, to me, heck, Sienna and Brandon got more chemistry than them two, because they at least talking enough to fight.
They're at least rubbing together. No, they're rubbing the wrong way.
We seen them in more scenes together than we seen Aaron and Jodie. So I don't know how everybody didn't pick them, and maybe they just didn't want to be rude. And even the fact that when Aaron H did say, "Hey, listen, don't take it personal," it was a defense. It's like, why are you defending it? Because it's true, sis. You don't fancy this man. Let's be honest. There's no need to argue it. It is no need to argue. You see that Brandon and Sienna don't really argue too much when they pick for a lot of things. They didn't argue too much. They like, yeah, we stand on that. We in troubled waters right now. But I don't know.
At least fake it for the camera. At least fake it. I mean, I haven't heard her say one good thing about him. Everything is a complaint about what he didn't do right. Or now he's like a 6-year-old. So she is definitely sunning him. I mean, that is, I'm sorry, this episode should be, inflammatory ways to talk to your man.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, why are the ladies speaking to the men like that? I'm sorry, maybe I'm too old school. It's like, you don't say the B word, you don't tell them they're a child. There's just some things you don't do to an adult, period. And even worse, your partner.
Or your potential.
A potential partner, but at least someone you were saying you were interested in.
Yeah.
Like, I feel it for the guys. Every time I hear those words, I'm like, ugh. Like, how do you come back from that? Do you see yourself, and do you see that you may not come back from that?
I don't know. I like to talk about speaking life into people, period. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to have a planned future out with them. You don't necessarily have to have that, but you can speak love into people. You can speak politely to people. You can speak cordial to people. You can speak, nice to people. You do not have to sit here and just belittle people every single second. And I'm not going to hold up. Most of the women it's been most of the women on this show, but Chris be doing his own little tidbits of making Sandia feel a little bit less than too. It's almost like Aaron J, Brandon, Sandia cannot say anything right. They cannot say anything right to their partner. She's over here, and I'm segueing into Chris and Sandia a little bit, but she's over here trying to give him, ideas on how to keep your workout going in the house without all the weights and stuff. She's like, yeah, let's do this. You could do jumping squat. I hate jumping squats. Okay, well, you come up with the solutions then, sir. Like, you the one who complaining. I'm helping you. I don't know. Maybe it triggered me because that'd be my little pet peeve of mine when I'll be sitting here and you sitting here have nothing but complaints and I'm giving you some suggestions and you want to throw down the suggestions I got. Well, you know what? You figure it out yourself because I'm done listening to you complain. Okay.
It must be our fire signs because I'm like that too. Okay, I'm gonna suggest. No. I'm gonna suggest. No. Okay then. Well, what is your idea? What is your solution? I don't know. Wait a minute, but you know what not?
Right.
You know what you don't want, speak about what you do want. That would be helpful. Or what parts of my suggestion you don't like. How about that? Don't throw away the whole bath water.
Man. Some
Pick
of us
what you don't want.
Mm-hmm. You don't have to be so rude. I just don't be understanding. It's almost like Alex with the sandwich in Summer House. I don't eat that. Okay, well, don't eat it. Just say thank you. Dang. Say thank you. You know what I'm saying? It's not my thing, but I'm going to try it out. I don't know.
It's like what happened to thank you? That is not my cup of tea, but I appreciate it.
I appreciate the gesture. Thank you very much. I was just like, oh, poor Aaron J, poor Cynthia. Y'all watching y'all partner go off to be with somebody. You brought them to this house so they can find their true love.
Just ain't you. Just ain't you. Now they're starting another long distance relationship with somebody else. Okay.
It's gonna suck for Cynthia and Chris because theirs was a closer relationship than long. they both in Florida. Oh, I can see Cynthia over here fighting everybody in the house. Boy, Chris better watch out. He better stop playing. He better stop flirting on the low and stop talking to Jodie. Jodie gonna get him in trouble.
She in that kitchen with that hot grease.
Mm-hmm. She stay in the kitchen too, so she cooking up something for him. Don't worry. He better watch his back. Oh, child. Millie and Greg. Well, I don't know why I never want to remember that boy name. Millie and Greg, they seem to be making a little bit of progress, but not too much. Not on the speed of Greg. Okay. Greg, yeah. That lean back. She had a fat jaw. Lean back. She was in limbo, child. She was on her way under the stick the way she leaned back. Okay, that was unwarranted. And what Sean been trying to tell y'all, consent, please. Find the consent of it all, because I don't know, my guy must have had bad timing or something, because she was not feeling the kiss of it all. It was going well up until it was going well.
Is the turn to the side, and then it's like, okay, he gonna try again. I might as well give him a kiss. And then he kept on, and she kept leaning as far back as she could. I'm like, you're going to get a crink in your neck in the opposite direction, girl.
The worst thing is to hit the back of the daggone hot tub or the pool because somebody all up on you. That hurts so much. It's like, now I'm hurt and I'm trying to get away. I'm stuck. I fell for the poor girl. I said, no, sir. Like, chill out. Wrong time. Okay. You making it real awkward now because you're not even reading it. You going in with your eyes closed. You don't even see that she backing up on you. Come on now. I was just like,
Well, Greg did say last time that he speeds through caution signs.
no, he speed through a lot of signs, clearly.
Yes. And he proved it this time. I just felt cringe with how she talked about it with the girls.
Mm-hmm.
Yet Greg is over here thinking like, yo, I got my kiss. We in here. We got chemistry. We next on the boom boom room. Move Shay, move Josh. We next. He's out here thinking that he got a brass ring. And she is in there like, y'all wouldn't believe what he did. Woo,
It's
Greg.
the fact that most of the couples picked them to go to the boom boom room or needing to go to the boom boom room. Next, I was like, and then the reason for it was because, oh yeah, according to Chris, because when you had her legs spread up in the air, you was just like, yeah, I'm feeling this, like whatever. He quoted them verbatim, but I'm just like, that is not a good reason why they need to go to the boom boom room, especially if y'all not reading her energy. Is I'm not officially there with this person yet. There's a couple more people that could have went to the boom boom room. I was surprised that they didn't say Diamond and Aaron H for next. We know because we know Josh and Shay been hogging it up.
They moved in. Sorry to say, Shay and Josh moved in. That's the first thing I put in my notes. Did they move into the boom boom room?
Everybody said we got to reserve it from them. Like, where's the list? We sign.
Needs to be a time limit. There needs to be a timer. Tell y'all, get out.
It's pinky, nigga. I got the creepy.
First of all, we need to air this out and clean it up.
Okay, so my little toxic, nasty mind. I know I seen Diamond with her blankets and her sheet. When one, I was already pissed because I was like, damn, now I got to fix my own bed before I even try to jump in it. You know that. Okay, that's neither here nor there. But then I was like, do y'all have the little protective cover on the mattress? Because, I don't want to be sitting on nobody wet stains or whatever that done soaked into this bed. What is on this mattress? Did the mattress change out? When that couple leave, do we all bring our mattress in? I just...
And you know what further that thought for me? Apparently we don't have a chef and we don't have a cleaning lady because Shay's cleaning a bathroom too. So if it's up to each couple to clean their boom boom room experience, I will not be boom booming in that room.
Luckily, people are going after Shay the way she was cleaning a clean floor. Okay, and had them white towels all nicely folded. But the way that Aaron H room was, I don't know who he was staying with. But that way that room was, let me know that he wasn't cleaning up nothing before he left out about that room.
And I got a bone to pick with Owen about Aaron H, and we will get there.
Oh yeah, we got a few. We got a few with that whole couple all as one. I said, is it a house resident therapist with it? Okay, all right. But yeah, I had a lot going on with this boom boom room because I was like, I know. See, it's gonna mess me up for hotels going forth. I know in a hotel, but you don't generally think about all these details. But no, yeah, I know. But I'm saying you don't generally think how far I got to go as to the mattress cover.
Yeah.
I didn't think this before. Okay, just don't judge me right now. Okay, but actually, I've started to think about it now because I got a whole mattress cover on mine because sometimes if it gets a little too worked out, it's gonna be waterfalls everywhere. So I'm just saying.
Department of Public Health.
I mean, I don't even get under the sheets at a hotel, to be honest with you. So there's that. I don't even like to lay on the top when I actually bring a blanket to put on everything.
Girl. Woo. We speaking the same language.
I got the personal sheet, the little travel sheets over here right now. So like, oh child. But
Mm-mm-mm.
I just know you was in there the last couple of nights, and you done told me at the conversation that you is over here doing every single position under the Son of God. Like,
The black light of it all. I'll tell you a fun fact. When we used to go on family vacation, before there was Airbnb, of course, you could rent cabins, you could rent spots, and we used to go vacation as a family. And as soon as we pull up to the house, my mother-in-law, she's deceased now. We had our cleaning basket. Nobody gets out the car, gets into the cabin until we have gone through that entire cabin. I'm talking about from doorknobs to everything is getting Lysol wiped down, sprayed or cleaned. Countertops being cleaned before groceries come in. There is a whole process we used to do. So I'm with you. I'm with you.
I'm just. That's what I'm saying. I gotta come over here and clean up this whole room after somebody been in it after they left. I don't even want to be.
But
And
I'm
we
gonna
doing
clean
this
it,
at night.
and I'm gonna clean it up anyway because I don't know how clean is your clean.
But that's what I'm saying. But if we're doing this at night just before we supposed to lay down. Like, I got to get everything all ready just before. Like, let me get in there early in the day. Let me get in there early in the day so I can just exhaust most of my energy doing that. Get my pine saw smell going all through it up into the path to, like, I'm triggered from people's showers and stuff. I can't. I'm like in college still. Sometimes when I'm on the road, I'm in the shower with some flip flops on. Let me show y'all my bag. Hold on, my bag is missing some of the stuff, but this is my bag right here. Okay, this is my travel kit bag. This is my travel kit bag right here. I mean, that's sitting right here because I'm about to pack it up for this trip I'm going on soon. I have a travel kit bag that I'm in there. My sister that literally bought me the small bottle for a stocking stuffer, a pine saw. That's how. Yes, I'm in there. Shower shoes, flip flops, something. Going to college and having to play sports, and then like being on the road, and you got to travel back on a bus, so you got to take your shower before. Because I'm not about to ride in my funk. I'm sorry, I'm just not. You learn. Like I cannot walk on people's floors. I don't do certain floors. I don't even do my own house floor really because I got cats without shoes on. It just, my feet are very sensitive, so I don't know. I don't know how people do it. Give my power to them. Enjoy that boom boom room, y'all, because me and my partner probably never make it.
I have a girlfriend that bought the very thin slippers that they give you for pedicures.
Mm-hmm.
She
Oh,
has
them too
stacks of
thin.
those.
I know them
She
almost
does
too
it in
thin, but they work.
No, she does it in the shower. She uses that in the shower. I'm like, she bought hundreds. I was like, okay, I understand. I get it. I understand.
I'm just gonna say the African I was about to write back, but I know, and it's so nasty. It's so nasty when I watch them do it.
How about the people who walk bare feet in the office when everybody been walking around the carpet with their shoes? That I look at them odd with that. Why would you walk barefoot in the office?
Child, and their feet just be black.
Well, I'm just, looking at the fact that you've got no shoes or you got house socks on and you're a little too comfortable. This is not home. But yeah, I'm with you, Jay. That boom boom room is not boom booming for me. It needs what is it? A fumigating boom before anybody else get through there.
I'm like, well, we got only 2 weeks in here. I think we can make it. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. I promise you. Just hold out 2 more weeks. We got it. I got you, boo. I got you. I don't know. I don't know.
I couldn't. Not at all. Not at all.
Mhm.
Then too, I was raised old school. The whether or not it's the marriage bed is sacred. It's like, no, this ain't college. Couldn't. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Yeah, in my younger days, I probably took a lot more chances than I will now. I got very germophobic as I got older. And the funniest thing is, because I was one of them people that sometimes, especially outside in my neighborhood, I would be outside, I would run outside in my barefoot or whatever. There's places now I could barely walk around the side of a pool.
Hmm. That's interesting.
Yeah, I've gotten so bad. My germaphobe has got high weirdly, and it's in the weirdest places too because I don't know. I don't know. I just got it in the weirdest places now, and I think partially too because these beaches out here is so kind of
Mm.
sometime like you can almost walk on. You can't almost walk on the sand out here sometimes in some places without some shoes on. So and child, listen, me trying to model sometimes I be really be like hurting because you have to do some shoots barefoot on certain surfaces and all this. So I just be like, But anyways, I'm gonna work myself up into a thing. Water contains a lot of bacteria. It does. I don't know. I don't like getting in water I can't see through anyway, to be honest. I really don't. I never have. I never have. Well, I had a bad experience on a boat and I had my foot off on the side of a lake and it touched some seaweed and it was just I know it shouldn't be that bad, but my feet are very sensitive and I just don't like a lot of things. And speaking of feet, which I don't like a lot of things of because I don't like I don't like a drop of water to get on my foot. So when I'm in a club or something and people spill their drink on my foot, I'm so irritated or whatever. I do not like that feeling. Y'all that like y'all feet suck, more power to y'all. It does absolutely nothing for me. I don't know what it does for the people, but it does absolutely nothing for me. It actually feels really disgusting and weird. I do not like it, but apparently Aaron H loves the heck out of sucking some feet. And I was like, camera people, can we turn this off? I do not need to see him suck on her feet like it's a daggone pig's tail. What is happening?
What did little Kim say? Watch this Sprite can disappear in my mouth?
I would rather watch that than watch him sucking them daggone toes.
I did not need to see Aaron H take it all the way down. I'm sorry. That was too much. Leave some mystery. Leave some mystery. Cover up in a shadow. Something. I did not need to see him DT those feet. I'm sorry.
And I know some people in here like they feet suck, but if y'all felt like that was cringed for y'all, that was too much because it did really feel like it was 20 minutes. There's no lie there. There's no lie. That scene went on too long. Okay. As soon as he put the toe in his mouth, y'all could have cut scene. We could have went elsewhere. Okay. I know there was some more stuff going on in the house. The child was screaming all up and through the house. Y'all could have got back to. Oh, shoot.
It was a little too much. And even we are in the room together. We talking about the other couples? We
Yeah.
in the boom boom room talking about other people. You must be bored. Why are we talking about other people?
The
We
boom
gotta
boom.
talk about us.
That's why.
Oh, okay.
Because he said after he sucked it, well, he could be trying to keep it PG because he a PK. He said he was sucking on the toes and all they did was cuddle and hug, hold each other for the rest of the night. I don't know if they was holding each other in the nude or not, but the way he was sucking on them toes was definitely not giving PK.
It was given we hugging each other head to foot.
It's given I knew he knew her in the Bible. I was like, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Mm-mm. I didn't need to hear her sounds. I did not need some things, turn the lights out and cameras go away, please. Some things could be left private.
They should have left that private. Okay. But I'll say one thing for sure. Diamond with a Y is a very beautiful woman, and her daughter is a splitting image of her. I was like, ain't we making our twins out here for real? We was doing natural cloning, baby.
And then she's like, oh, he's so sensitive.
It does not give it away. The colors. And it's not, and see, listen, I have nothing against the man wearing the black fingernails, because generally golf men, punk, like certain genres of men wear it, not necessarily, but it's the one blue nail that is throwing me off. I don't know if y'all noticed it. Well, I was like, the all black nails is one thing, but the one blue nail, the one or two blue nails that he had, and it was like a powder blue, a light blue, a sky blue. Like, I was like, what is happening? Or am I tripping? Because it was every, did he have multiple colors? I think he even might have had multiple colors, but I've seen colors.
What's tripping me out is that he's a man of a particular age. And that man of that age group will not be wearing those colors. Maybe a young man like Greg, a Lenny Kravitz Jr., would be a little eclectic. But a man at that age wearing different color nail polish, yeah. That's the disconnect for me.
Shout out to my nephew in the chat. He cutting up. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
I don't know many 50-something-year-old men that are going to be out here wearing nail polish.
Aaron with the H is wearing it under the olive branches. And we would have suspected it was Aaron with the J, being he is the artist. He, he's doing all he's into the music, he's into the arts, the poetry, he's into all of that. Generally he'd be a little eclectic, but it is the PK. It's the pastor's kid that is over here wearing not yuck again. He the one wearing the nail polish all up and through, okay? I was like, is the blue matching one of your outfits or something? I didn't even see the outfit. Like, you got to coordinate.
Is Diamond painting his nails? I mean, what's going on?
I have no clue.
Wow. Yeah, that was a little too much of Aaron H. Even him and Diamond like being the host and hostess for the dinner that Brandon and Sienna cooked. And I'm sorry, if Sienna cooked that, I wasn't going to be eating that too much because she's mad. I don't like a cook who's mad. I feel like your energy is in the food. I'm sorry.
It looked like she did the beef too. I was like, why does beef look a little dry? They said that the truffle butter helped it out. I was like, because I need something on it, because that beef looked dry when it was cut. I was like, I'm sorry. I'm a gravy type, sauce type girl. I be needing some juicy meat. Pause. No pause. No pause for me. Pause for y'all.
Put it out there. Put it out there. You already said no to the toes. Now we get into the yes.
No to the toes, yes to the juice of meat.
There you go. Plain consent. Just put it out there.
Don't send me no unconsented pictures though. Don't do that. Don't do that. Just because I said yes, do not have my inbox with no unconsented pictures. I don't like that. That was congratulations steak. I don't know who the congratulations was for, but the potatoes look okay. I was like, yes, they giving a little bit, but I was like, this is all we getting, just this and a salad. What is happening? Why are we starving in this house?
But wait a minute. What I did notice was Brandon took plating and setting the table quite seriously. And that gave me flashbacks to childhood. Oh my God. Like he had to look down and make sure all the wine glasses are lined up together.
Well, let's
That's
not
what it
forget
gave.
his military.
Yes. Yes. He took it very serious. It was beautiful, beautifully done. Presentation was awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, and he was working around. I said, "Okay, little chef, that you must have been the cook in the military," because I was like, "You got your little parsley garnish going around." Okay, okay. I hope these hands is washed though. I hope these hands is washed. I mean, I'm just saying, if he was in the kitchen during the military, I'm sure he knows his OSHA laws. I'm sure he knows his OSHA laws. He washed them hands a few times, but it was a lot of fingering my food, and I was just like, and
The
I'm
lack of gloves.
listen. I don't want to stop people from eating out, but I've worked in kitchens. That's all I'm going to say. I worked in kitchens and I've seen things.
Mm. Wow.
He had the gloves on. Okay, thank you. I'm glad somebody did, but I worked in kitchen and I've seen things because I don't. Did Sienna have the gloves on? Because I seen her putting down the frites. No glove, no love. Go away, nephew. She was putting down the frites. I don't know. So I don't know. We'll see.
Must
But
have been black gloves because I didn't notice either. I pulled back from the screen as well. I was like, what are you doing, Brandon? But I
mm-hmm.
guess he did have it. It's on camera. People are vouching for him. Okay.
Yeah.
But, but yeah, the Aaron H. and Diamond of it all.
I was like, okay, so this is our resident therapist because they for somebody that don't say that the women is too messy and don't want to be up in it. No, left you ain't going nowhere. You ain't got to worry about Jay Say so. He just like his auntie. When we say to go away from here, we take that as an invitation. He is literally the same day as me. He is my birthday, so he is every bit of me. He is every bit of his auntie. Okay.
Oh Lord, watch out in the chat.
About it.
Watch out in the chat.
You know what I'm saying? He about to start cutting up in about 5. But for a person that don't want to be all up in people best or women too messy, she stay up in some mess, and now she got her man toy in the mess with her. You know what I'm saying? Like, but he seemed like he engages in the mess on the top of it before she do. He be ready. Let's go pull these people to the side. Let's go talk to these. Not let us pray for real. That's basically what he was. Let us sit together and share Bible scripture with these people. Like, sir. I know they say those that can't teach. But you should be cultivating your relationship because you're in the same position pretty much as these couples. Now, for whatever reason, y'all are close without any friction, even though y'all had this whole thing of an engagement at some point, and she wants to tell us that y'all never had an argument. Okay. So if y'all, and I'm not saying that people that never had an argument don't know how to navigate. What you do know how to navigate is not having an argument, but you don't know how to navigate from having an argument. Unless you had an argument.
Can we go through their I guess testimony sessions?
Mm-hmm.
Because they did Shay and Josh.
Mm-hmm.
Because they kind of can help us move around the couples. Shay and Josh, they said, after 12 years, it's going to be marriage. And she told me you had a baby on her. Tact, Diamond, please. That's not the way to broach the subject, but okay. So he had a roommate, and bada boom, bada bing, and baby just happened.
Was the roommate the baby mama? I was so confused on this story because I was like, is it the roommate reason why he couldn't see you or whatever? But you managed to have a baby with the roommate? Not with the roommate, but with a roommate. Or is the roommate the baby mama?
I took it as we roommates, we rolled over, and here come a baby.
Oh, we literal roommates. We sharing one room.
Yeah, many rooms.
This must be a studio. We didn't have nowhere to go.
And I'm glad that Shay kind of, said what she said. She's like, we've discussed this, we've gone through this. He did not wait to tell me the young lady was pregnant. And, we're good. I'm like, what ran through my head is we already have a hard enough time having friends of the opposite sex. Now we can't even have roommates without people looking sideways.
Yeah, she got to be of age where she ain't making no more babies at the least, because she can't mess around and have a baby out of this. Like, say what now? What is? So now this story has gotten more confusing than it started.
Yeah.
I thought we was gonna get some clarity. How we've been here for 12 years, never seen each other, and managed to have a baby in between this, and we still good. But now you telling me that the roommate is the potential BM, and I'm supposed to still be cool with it just because you told me. And this is Shay. She could be cool with it if she wants to, but I'm supposed to be cool with it because you told me right away. Well, it sounds like I've been on the side this whole time. You cannot. I've been just entertaining you when you and your roommate are going through whatever y'all going through. Because I still need to figure out how you got to living with this woman during the course of us entertaining each other over the phone. Now, I'm a very liberal person myself, you know what I'm saying? But once you start living with somebody, I might just be like, let me go on back up and respect your thing. Yeah. So I need somebody to come forth and tell me that we were on hold. And when he realized he having this baby, this is when he decided, oh, I really don't like her like that. Let me go call her back up. That would be a better story for me. Because like I told you, I got a story for y'all that's similar to this, but he wasn't living with the girl. Of course, it was in high school for me. He was out of high school already. But on our off time, and one of our off times, that's when I had to do the math too, El said. I had to go back and calculate. I was like, this baby is 1 month old. Okay, we got 9 months. I did all that math. I was like, okay, it was in our off season. We were off. And I'm going to do it like this because the whole story, I'm going to have to tell y'all the whole story because it's an end to this story. The baby was conceived during our off season. So I can get that. Now I wasn't told, me personally wasn't told right away when she was pregnant. I was told out a month after the baby was born. When I actually called and was like, who baby is that in the background?
Sounds like a members live kind of talk.
Definitely a members live conversation, baby. I got to tell you, but whose baby is this?
My cousins. I'm just babysitting.
Oh no. He was straight up then. He was like mine. I was like, oh, so your mama babysitting. Quit playing with me. Quit playing with me. Your mama babysitting somebody kid. Who baby is this?
Couldn't be yours. Nah, not yours.
Get back talking for a whole month now. I don't know nothing of no baby. Who baby is this? Oh yeah, we're gonna have to get into that story, baby. That one was a real
continued.
So be continued.
What I find odd with Diamond is like when they were gushing and talking with each other, she's like, oh, he's gonna make a good dad. He's a dad already. He's a dad already times 2. What are we talking about? What he's gonna make a good dad. Is he not a good dad already?
Because he's gonna tell his other women that he's got a baby on the way right away. That's gonna make him a good dad. I don't know.
Oh my gosh. I was like, Diamond, hush. You started and ended this conversation all wrong.
Listen, somebody else said what you. Shh, shh. No doubt, don't speak. I
Aaron,
know.
Aaron need to use that blue painted nail and put it across her lips and say,
Not now, mama, not now. You're doing a good job. You okay, baby. You okay. I got it. I got it. I was like, please go away from these people. They are doing fine. They getting they hot and heavy. Don't try to bring up their drama. Don't try to bring up their trauma. I thought you didn't care. I thought you didn't care about the mess and none of this stuff like that. Don't worry about. They still together, and clearly they loving every bit of being together right now.
everything.
So let them be in a blissful little happiness. If she okay with the baby, we okay with the baby. But you know, you got to let production tell you to do some things. So here go production telling them to go interfere with them, and they happily obliging. So there's that.
And
And then,
production, I don't like how you have Shay either cleaning or in the boom boom room.
well, that's partially Shay's fault because she want to sit here and have a conversation with Sienna, screaming, "Well, what happened?" While she brooming. Ma'am, you could have put that broom down and went over there and talked to that lady. So I think that's Shay's OCD. I'm gonna let Shay have it because we need somebody cleaning the house. Okay, somebody is at least cleaning up. This house is more clean than summer house, so we're gonna leave them alone. All right, we're gonna let them have it.
So who were they talking to about Diamond? I didn't make a note, but it says um loves her enough to marry her, and I said, does marriage mean anything?
I know because that was Josh and them. That was the only two, Jocelyn and Shay, talking about marriage.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was asking, why is she asking them about marriage? I'm like, does marriage mean anything to y'all since Aaron H was proposing to somebody else?
Well, what she was saying is basically y'all been together 12 years already. So what are y'all, are y'all gonna how much more time y'all gonna waste before y'all take that next step? And Josh was pretty much like, yeah, I want to marry her. I like to make her, my next baby mama and this, that, and the third.
Okay.
I was like, y'all been together 5 years, so how much longer? How long is it gonna take y'all? When y'all gonna figure out when he changed them nail polish? What? Is he gonna wear nail polish to match his suit at the wedding day? Since we okay.
Somebody in the chat, I think your nephew said the nail polish gonna match his socks. That's what the nail polish matches, the socks.
He gonna match his socks.
So y'all bringing out my Junior Mafia, Gucci down to the socks. Y'all bringing out my lyrics.
Mm-hmm. Trust Shay. We're gonna get into how she's a revisionist of things, child.
Yes.
Okay. They also did they sit down with Jodie? Was it Jodie and Aaron, or was it Chris? And I feel like they sat down with three people. Now I'm trying to remember because I know
Brandon and Sienna.
they did Brandon, Sienna, Josh, and Shay, but I thought it was somebody else.
I can't remember who else.
Maybe they was just talking.
They were talking about a lot of people.
I know they was talking about Jodie and Chris. I mean, Jodie. Yeah, Jodie was talking about Jodie and Chris, how she wants to be with him and stuff. Okay, so maybe they weren't talking about anybody else. We've gone through pretty much all the other couples in the house and stuff. So let's get into it. And before we get into it, if you have not already and you are here and you're enjoying this live, please do me a favor. Go ahead and hit that tip jar. It's the like button. That's what it is. If I could change it to a tip jar, I definitely will. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead and hit that for us, okay? Matter of fact, I'm gonna make some tip jars for one of the gifts, okay? That's gonna be one of the gifts. I'm gonna make some tip jars. Go ahead and hit that. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel as we get ready to get into the main event. Ding, 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 ding.
In record time. Right.
We are doing good tonight, child, because, we might be here for this whole hour talking about these.
I was trying to look to the future, but okay.
Oh, no, because this whole hour of this episode was about these two pretty much. So there was a lot going on.
In the blue corner,
we have Brandon standing at 6'1", I guess. I'm somewhere around there. He cooks He does plate setup. You know what I'm saying? He is versed and wants to travel the world. He has 2 kids, and he's very soft demeanor. So I don't know how he's going to battle this one out. All right. And in the other corner, the red corner, the hot corner. Thank you, Adrian. Thank you. Thank you, Ariane. Thank you very much. Ooh, and in the red corner, baby, because we about to have Crips against Bloods today, baby, because child, Sienna is going for blood for real. All right. Ooh, Sienna, she stands about a good 5'11" in heels is looking. I'm not really sure, but 5'11" in some heels, okay. She is a middle class, but she is strong tempered and strong in the mouth. So I don't know how this is gonna really go.
Yeah, the weight class of the mouth ain't the regular weight class.
Yeah, the weight class of the mouth is heavyweight. Okay, she is definitely a heavyweight champ when it comes to the mouth. All right, now last week my girl has called that man a bitch. He stood there, he took it, he didn't say much. They sat him down. They sat, and when I say they, it was Aaron H. and Diamond with a Y. They sat down with him. They tried to have a conversation with them. Now, let's run it back a little bit before we get there. Last week, the bitch came out because he was trying to explain, it's hard to talk to you because I don't really get a word out and you're indecisive. We get here in front of Aaron with the H and Diamond with the Y. She stated her case. Oh, thank you. This tip jar growing. I like it. She stated her case. Uninterrupted. He said nothing. Soon as Brandon started talking. I was like, oh. He also told her last week, you don't listen very well. At this point right now, I'm starting to feel like things that Brandon is seeing and saying holds true. Because if you always popping off at somebody, you can't be listening. 1 minute you cool, the next minute you're not. That's the indecisiveness. Can't get a word in. Even when I'm holding the guitar pick, and we've made a rule that whoever holds the guitar pick gets to talk. Even when I'm holding it, I'm still not allowed to talk. Now we know she's from Brooklyn or the Bronx. The Bronx. Okay, we know she's from the Bronx. And it could be something in the culture. And I'm not going to say that because there's a lot of places that women and men do this around the world. This is just a behavioral trait that some people have. I'm going to leave you alone, Jason. It's a behavioral trait that some people have. But I'm starting to realize you are having a hard time because you're not a bad looking woman. You're not a bad looking woman. You got a nice figure on a nice physique. You know what I'm saying? Beautiful in the face. We could do a little something with this hair. I'm not really sure what's going on there, but we do a little something with it. We got it. No, yeah, it's not working for me. I'm sorry. I really looked at it today. Okay, I really looked at it today, and it's crocheted. So that's what the problem is. I know that style of the crochet. Once it's not right, it's not right. We got to take those out, baby. But this attitude is keeping her single. I don't know if she realized that. That attitude is a problem of its own. That attitude is a whole nother entity of its own. And it's like, I don't even know where it comes from sometimes because it just, And I know New York women. I went to school with women from the Bronx. Very soft. I went to one. Was she was from the Bronx too? Either Brooklyn or the Bronx. I can't remember. I want to say she was from the Bronx too. Very soft spoken girl. If she had to go there, she would go there. But for the most part, non-confrontational, nothing like this. So I'm not gonna say it's the area. I'm not gonna say that. I know we joke about it, but I'm not gonna say that's the area. It's something that's going on with her that is causing her to react like this. And I'm wondering if she's even aware. I know y'all saying the age thing of it all, but apparently her age is marked wrong according to somebody. I think Brandon came out and said they got her aged up. I think she's in her 30s, but still not excuse. Still not excuse. I don't know.
I can agree with you that maybe she doesn't realize, and disclosure, Brooklyn rubbed off on me a lot. The concrete jungle of New York City. My response was a lot like Sienna, but then it's also the company you keep, it's your experiences, it's, basically how you show up in the world. And in a lot of times, and some people would say it's masculine energy, sometimes that's what gets you to the top. It's doggy dog.
Mhm.
It's, you got to claw your way, you got to be the biggest one on the block. It is a whole bunch of stuff, but you're carrying that personality in the relationship. You're carrying the personality in the relationship. And you have to have a way to talk to your friends, and a different way you speak to your parents, different way you speak to your boss. You're not going to speak to your partner in that way, or even somebody you wish to consider being your partner. You're not going to catch them with vinegar. You're not going to want to come to boom boom room for vinegar. It ain't going to happen. You got to, you got to win him over with honey. So for me, I understand where she's coming from, and people sometimes equate it to the color purple, Miss Sophia. All my life I had to fight.
Even Miss Sophia was soft though with Harpo.
She knew when to turn it off. She knew when to turn it off, and that's how she ended up with all them kids with Harpo. But Sienna has got to learn to turn it off. This man is not your enemy. This man is not your enemy. And the fact that he is, and I wonder if she is just trying to push his buttons to see him angry. Because she keeps pushing, pushing, pushing. And for me, it's like some people respond to somebody's calm demeanor, like Brandon, as to push further to make you break, or it irritates them that they cannot get you off your square.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, it's like, are you pushing him to get him mad, or are you just mad all the time? What part of your personality is telling him, I want to be around you? What part of your personality is showing him that this is a woman I want around my daughters? I mean, I was even talking about it last week. It's like she was done after she called him the B word. And now this week, I'm glad that Brandon vocalized it. He's like, yeah, I was done. I was done. And for her to then say, what you do? I don't know if you want to go to there or if you want to talk to friends first.
No, you can go because we're in this section period, so we here.
Own, why do we have friends and the friends and this potential significant other aren't commingling? It made no sense. So you just here to talk to me? No mingling with the person I'm supposed to be dating? I mean, come on, Own. How is a friend supposed to give a proper assessment? Even in Ready Love, we at least sit down and have a meal and we talk. I mean, come on. Friends were a waste of time. Just like, sorry. What's his name? Greg's friend?
Greg's friend? I don't remember.
Not Greg, sorry.
I don't remember what his. I
Brandon.
don't remember neither one of the friends' names, to be honest. I think hers was Brandy.
Matt.
I don't remember.
Matt, lose the comb over, brother. I'm sorry. Matt,
That's me too.
lose the comb over. Unnecessary. It did not film right on the camera. Okay. So I don't know how speaking to how Sienna speaking to Brandon in this way of what did you talk to Millie about? And he's like, okay, that, he's trying to talk. She's like, well, you talking to this other woman about me? I want to know what you said. It was the hostile nature when he said he'd like to keep it private. Sometimes you would go to another person or another couple and talk about your feelings, but you don't want to share it with your significant other because it may come across negative or rub them the wrong way.
Mm-hmm.
Just respect the privacy. If Millie hasn't said that he's talking crap about you, Chris is even saying right there, like, Brandon has never said anything about her in a derogatory manner. Why would you then raise your voice, deny you're raising your voice? Because now you're telling Brandon he ain't hearing what he's hearing. He's like, keep it down. I'm not raising my voice. Sienna is not very self-aware. Not very self-aware. She doesn't want to hear him. Even if he wanted to tell her what he said to Millie, she cannot hear in that state. Brandon walked all the way downstairs. Everybody's hearing Sienna still going off. What did you talk to that woman about? And there's no one else in the room. That's scary. That's scary. No one else is there, but the house is hearing you. And they're like, Brandon, what happened? They didn't even say, Brandon, what did you do? Did you notice that? No one said, what'd you do to her to set her off again? Everybody's like, what's wrong with her? What's she tripping about now? As the chat would say, run, Brandon, run. Brandon is sitting there talking to Chris, talking to everybody else. And he's saying, he was done when she called him the B word, blah, blah, blah. You come from upstairs with the flowers and you throw it and it hits him on the leg. Why are people trying to catch cases in this show? Why are you trying to catch a case? Because the fact that it hit him, it's assault. He could actually ask for you to be removed from the house. It will be interesting for me to see how Owen handles this because this is unwanted touching.
Mm-hmm.
So again, Sienna should be asked to leave the house, and by default, Brandon. I'm interested to see how Owen treats this versus how they handled the Dom situation.
There are so many problems that's going on, and I'm not going to say that they all are on Sienna either, but majority of them are. Majority of them definitely are. Okay. One, I agree with you. What is a friend? We could have had this phone conversation. We could have did a FaceTime conversation if we're not going to actually have to sit down with the friends and actually talk some things out. Even if you having a whole 4-way situation with the friends and, you talking to my friend talking to your friend, or I'm talking to your friend, whatever, and we having this whole back and forth. But here's my pet peeve with people and telling biased stories. I really dislike the disingenuousness of a person going to their friend, quote unquote, or whoever they're confiding in and telling the biased story like they like to tell, but want honest feedback from people. Now, I don't know if Owen purposely edited out her telling her friend that, girl, I did call him a bitch. But it don't give me that she ever told her friend that at all, especially when the friend responds is, I don't really like this man right now because of the fact that you want to tell your friend, oh, he went to talk to another woman in the house about me. Well, why would he talk about another woman in the house about you if you didn't actually do something, especially to the degree of calling him out of his name? That does not put him in a position of wanting to talk to you directly, but you expect this man to go talk to you. Seriously? He should have came and talked to me. He should have came directly and talked to me. I would not talk to you if you called me out my daggone name, because it's not, nothing nice is about to come out my mouth after that. So no, I need to talk to somebody to kind of calm me back down, to be like, you know what? All right, let me see what's good. But meanwhile, did you forget that you was having a whole conversation with another man in the house about him at the same daggone time? Oh, we conveniently left that part out. You didn't tell your friend that either. You know, I mean, I know he was having a conversation with another woman, but at the same time, friend, I was talking to the other woman's man. But you know, even if she wanted to say, I was just trying to get clarity, I would have preferred that. Take some accountability on some of the stuff that you was in there doing. You didn't tell the friend how you tried to embarrass him in front of everybody by bringing up his marriage as a failed situation, him having another kid outside of wedlock as a failed situation. You didn't tell your friend that. Now, if Ann is just doing a very good job of editing, that's a whole different thing. Or whatever. But it didn't say, like, again, to me, and I don't know if somebody else might be able to fill in some blanks. Somebody in the house might be able to fill in some blanks, but to me, it didn't look like you was owning up to any of your part in the situation. And I really dislike that when people do that. You want to tell the story back, but you only want to tell the parts that make you look good or like the victim in the situation instead of telling the truth. Because if I'm gonna go to my friend and I want the actual truth on if I should stay or try to work on this relationship, I need to tell the whole thing, because I don't need my friend just sitting here listening to my side. And my friends already know, like, girl, what you do? Or what you do in this situation? Because they already know I'm just not that type of person that's gonna come over there. Oh, he did this, he did that. This is the only thing. And I'll never tell you what I did to contribute to any of it. On top of it, are you telling him that you and Greg had a whole conversation? Because I don't recall seeing that either. But you're gonna sit in our face and play in our face, telling us if I had a conversation, I would let you know, and whatever and whatever. Your comment would have been, I let you know what me and Greg talk about. So why you can't tell me what you and Millie talk about? You didn't say that though. You said if I had a conversation with somebody, I would let you know what I said if it wasn't nothing. So that must sounds like what you and Greg talked about must have been something. And we know it was, because I'm pretty sure you was talking bad about him to Greg at that time too. Funny thing is, Brandon never talked bad about you to Millie. Most of the time, Millie was talking to Greg. Millie was relating to you or whatever. And the only thing that was different, that might have been probably a hit to you, a slight to you, is that when he said, yes, but you are masculine, but you like to still be submissive to a degree. You still listen, you still open up. I can talk to you, but you didn't do that. You didn't do that to him, but you want to scream on it. What did you say? What did you say? I'm not about to talk to you while you're screaming at me. I'll tell you, in a heartbeat, you scream at me, I shut down. I don't hear nothing. There's literally a brick wall in my head right now because ain't nothing getting up in there. I'm thinking about what I'm about to eat. I'm thinking about I got some laundry to do. I'm thinking about everything under the sun to keep me calm and tune you all the way out, because I don't want that one trigger word to hit me. And then I say some stuff. Because I'm going to go, when I go there, I'm going to go there. I'm going to hurt your feelings by the time I go there. And guess what? That's because you done said a whole bunch of stuff before I even went there. So yeah, let me remove myself. And I was glad he removed himself. Now, though I do agree, he don't necessarily have to tell her what Millie said. When she first asked, you could have said, I didn't say anything bad. I was just trying to get some advice. Communication on your part, Brendan, is a bit bad. It looks worse in this situation with this type of person, but it's not good for a healthy person either. Because if a healthy person asks you a question, you should be able to sit there and say, I prefer not to tell you all the ins and out, but I was just seeking advice. And I'm still here. I'm still trying to work with you despite that you called me a B. Now, the fact that Diamond and Aaron had to ask her to apologize in the first place was wild to me. You didn't wake up in the morning and say, well, you know what? I had too much to drink. If we want to blame it on the alcohol, oh, I wasn't feeling right. I was out of my mind. I was triggered. Whatever the case may be, I shouldn't have called you a B. That wasn't the first thing on your heart when you seen that man the next day or whatever. It's like, you know what? I was wrong. I shouldn't have called you a B. I shouldn't have called you outside your name. I should have called you anything outside of anything loving. Brandon, walk away. Walk away. Okay. And then I don't need, I'm going to need Shay. Shay, ma'am, because you allow men to have babies on you. I'm going to need you to stay out of it. I'm going to need you not to be co-signing on nobody foolishness, ma'am. I need you to mind your business and you can keep sweeping the floor and just listen. Let her vent. But you stay out of it because you want to sit here. No, that wasn't right. He was antagonizing you. He was doing this, ma'am. If he said it was boring, it was long, it wasn't long enough or whatever. But neither one of y'all asked, especially Sienna, neither one of y'all asked what was boring. The position was boring. The whole exercise was boring, or was I boring? You assumed he was saying you were boring. But you not once asked him about that part about it. And when he come into the room, why you want to hang with me? Because I'm boring. Can somebody I don't know. Let me see if I can block this. Is that my doorbell? That is my doorbell. Okay. Elle said, hold this one thought 1 second while I check on that.
Yeah. I do agree that Shay needs to kind of be mindful of her own relationship. I understand her commiserating with Sienna about being, rough and tumble, or, rough. All I could think of is Lady of Rage Afro Puff song. But it's one thing to be rough and whatever around the edges, but Shay at a point becomes, very gentle with Josh. She is not the, roundaway girl with Josh. She does treat him with a level of deference. She does treat him very gently. Even though I think Shay, can probably, commiserate and behave like Sienna does, but she does not do that to Josh. Because that is the man she would like to be with. That is the man she desires to be with. And Josh has a very similar, gentle personality.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like Shay can appreciate it in Josh, but I don't think Sienna can appreciate it with Brandon.
It was crazy to hear Greg even say she need a masculine man directly to her. And I was like, what does a masculine man look like to her though? That's the real question. Because you don't want a calm masculine man. You want a Dominique type man. You want aggressive. You want somebody to hem you up or grab you up or some type of way, or talk to you a certain type of way out your name and all that. You don't want one that's calm and not mean spirited and just try to brush stuff off. And yes, I do get her point on he might joke too much in person. I don't get to see the other side. Well, maybe you don't give him a space to show you the other side. Because a lot of times you don't really give him a space to talk. You constantly taking over. And as I was watching some stuff, I think what her actual, I'm not sure, but I'm thinking what her actual issue might be with him per se. Like it could be more, but I was thinking because he is well versed in the world, like he's traveled, he's seasoned, he knows, he cooks, he knows how to say different things, all this stuff like that. That might be intimidating to her masculine side, to her ego. Because now I have to actually listen to a man that knows what he's talking about. And sometimes us women, when we are too far into that masculinity, it's hard for us to listen to anybody because we just know everything. We know it all or whatever, because we've been playing both roles for so long. But you forget your role as a man is not really your role as a man. You're pretending, you're posing. That's not your natural role. So you don't really know it all. Because you don't know what it actually feels like to pee standing straight up and not have to use a device to do it or not have it run down your leg. You don't know that. You don't know what blue balls feel like. It's a lot of things that you just don't know about. Okay, baby girl, like, So it's like, reel it in. If you want to actually the question she need to ask them, do I really want to rest in my femininity? Do I really want to be submissive to a man? Because to me personally, I don't even think she wants a masculine man. I don't think she wants an alpha type man or anything like that. I think she actually wants a man that lets her dictate and run the show. But he gives her a little pushback to make her feel like something. I think she wants those up and coming hood dudes that ain't really been out the hood. They know a little something, but they don't know a lot. So, she can educate them like, oh, you so silly, boy. That's not a strawberry daiquiri. That's a daiquiri. You so cute. He's so cute. Like.
But you see, I see that type of man, she may son him because he doesn't know stuff on her level. She may call him a 6-year-old boy like Jodie did to Aaron J. So she does want a Brandon, a more worldly man. But I think she may be insecure because he's above her market level. I haven't heard about her travels. I haven't even heard if she has a passport. I don't know if she feels inferior sometimes to him and his, travels and his accomplishments. I don't know, because it could be that to try and bring him down to size, but I don't know. She's lashing out for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Even when he brought up her inconsistency last week, and other previous boyfriends have told her that she doesn't want to get to the root of it, of her inconsistency. She wants to know what was told about her to Millie. I would like to see if she even talked to Millie about it, but she walked into the room. She wasn't dismissed like Sandia was, and she was laying in the bed, and they continued to talk. So you heard partially what he was saying.
Mm-hmm. Something has happened too, because sorry to cut you off, but remember when she said something with her friend, she was like, story of my life. I'm forgetting what the friend had actually said in that moment, but it was something to the degree that something with men already has happened. And she was like, story of my life. As a friend first walked in, I can't remember what it was, but it was something like the same thing with the indecisiveness. Oh, I've heard this 3 times again. We've been here before.
Arguments, yep.
Mm-hmm. So you have a pattern, sis, but the thing is, your pattern is going everywhere you go. So it's your pattern. It can't be all of these men that you keep going. And I'm not saying that they don't have a hand in it as well. But if you want that to stop for you, there's something that you need to change and stop doing.
And then the friend Gigi, I have a great relationship with the name Gigi, and this friend is turned me off. Why are you telling this woman to go to the boom boom room and try the soul pole? And we had an argument.
Well, you got Greg over here saying the same thing. If he just go in there and put it down or whatever, she'll stop talking like that. That's why Millie ain't giving you none right now, Greg, because you out here talking crazy.
But she has elevated from calling the man out of his name. She's elevated to having to be told. If you have to be told to apologize to me, I don't want to hear it. To me, that is a waste of time, space, energy. If you have to be told to apologize to me, save it. Because for me, it's like it wasn't sincere. I don't care how well you say it, it wasn't sincere if it didn't come directly from you.
I'm sorry,
And
African. Are we not being serious enough? I don't know.
I guess not.
No.
But it's like you're told to apologize, you apologize, y'all cook dinner, and then it's still weighed on you, and your finger in the face on the bed, then get your stuff, get your stuff. It just elevate, and then you throw the flowers at the man and hit him in view of everybody. In view of everybody. Because if Brandon raised his voice, if any of the men raised their voice at their woman and threw the gift that she gave them and it hit her while she sat on the couch, what would we be saying?
Yeah. I'm sorry that y'all hear a lot of excuses for her behavior because I ain't give her no excuses. Just because I said I would like to know what is going on in there on why she's acting like this did not give her excuse. So if that's what you hear, can't do nothing about that part and stuff. And no, it is very abusive. I do agree with you.
I wonder if it's triggering Aaron H.
It definitely, I think it was. I definitely agree that it probably was or whatever and stuff. Because he way over in the boom boom room talking about how he wanted to go and have some conversations with her. And he is basically saying I'll leave it up to Diamond to say it or whatever. But I'm just like, there's no talking to her. She's not trying to hear nobody. Everybody sat in that room where Jodie gathered her together. And we right back here the very next day and actually elevated because now we're throwing things like it's cute.
In front of everybody.
But that's why I say this is why I don't, and I didn't agree with the friends coming in, especially while they're still trying to get to know each other. It would have been better with some therapists because when we start adding people into our relationship, just like she said, I didn't think it was that bad, but as I sat here and thought about it, because now that you keep replaying that he was talking to another woman, you don't worked up a whole notion in your head, that he was talking bad about you.
Well, if you didn't have bad... Sorry.
And I was just going to say, you could have easily went to Millie and asked her.
If you didn't exhibit bad behavior, he wouldn't have anything bad to say. It's that simple. And I liked what he said to his friend Matt, that I'm not going to give her my energy. Because that's what she's looking for. Because even with the conversation last week when they were talking and she's like, oh, he has a failed relationship, he's divorced, he's this. She's trying to push him. She's trying to devalue him for some reason. And I don't see yet what Brandon has done that she feels that she needs to bring him down to size.
And he even caught it himself when he talked to his friend. He said, she's trying to get a reaction out of me, and I'm not about to give it to her. I don't know if that's her love language, because some people got that as a love language. They just been around so much domestic stuff. They just think that's the way of love. I don't know what the issue is, and it's going to be kind of sad that we might not get there because they might be out the house before we can even get some understanding of her. But sis needs a whole lot of help because I don't know. I wouldn't want to be around this energy, especially if I'm in my peace and if I'm in my good healing side of my life or whatever, and I've gotten away from a lot of this stuff. And mind you, this man has been in the military, so he's probably done a couple of terms tours and stuff like that. Like he want to just chill out. He don't want to be arguing at home. She has been very, very, very emasculating to him or whatnot. I mean, she can't get no lower than calling him a bitch or whatever and thinking it's cute.
It is lower, but we
I
won't
know
we
it's
won't
definitely
see her.
lower, but I'm just saying she can't in this moment right now. You bucking up like you. I mean, granted, she laying in the bed, but she acting like she want to fight this man over what did you say? You giving me Cardi B energy. What was the reason? Like, he don't have to tell you. If you wanted to find out so bad, you could have stormed your little self down there and said, "Hey, Millie, can I pull you? Let me talk to you for a second. Or what did you and Brandon talk about when y'all discussed me?"
Am I just too old school? Like, I may be mad at my husband, but I'm not using profanity. I am not cursing you out because you are not a stranger in the street. I'm not. Now, I'm going to have some choice words. In the South, you can dress down someone without profanity.
Mm-hmm.
You can certainly bode your argument. You could use a facial expression to say all you got to say. But I am not cursing you out like we are in the ring and we are starting, you know, a wrestling match.
But again, it's funny you don't have this tone with everybody. You sat there and talked to Shay fine. You sat there and talked to your friend fine.
Greg,
You talked to Greg fine. You could talk to everybody in this house. What has she needs to tell us what this man has actually done to her. She didn't even tell her friend. That's the crazy part. I didn't even hear her tell a friend. Now, again, this could be edited and taking that part out, but I didn't even hear you tell your friend what this man actually did to you for you to call to disrespect him in the first place, other than say that this is boring. He didn't say you are boring. He said this is boring. So you want to make up a whole story in your head saying, "Oh, I'm boring," or "I'm this." He talking about me with other people. No, none of that stuff that you got going on in your head is validating nothing that you are doing because he did nothing that we see on camera. Even after you called him a bitch, he still stood by your side and was cool. Accepted your apology and whatever and stuff like that. I'm glad he didn't turn a blind eye to it, but child, it'd been a hard time for me to probably even accept your daggone apology. Because you told me how you actually really feel about me. That's how I would have took it because I did nothing to you. And you called me out my name while I actually sat here and did nothing to you, but tell you the truth that you even agreed with me. You even agreed that a couple of other people has called you indecisive. So because now I said something that a couple of other people say, now I'm the B.
All she said to the friend were, "We having arguments, and he spoke to another woman in the house about me, and that he likes to make jokes."
She gonna be,
Why?
if she ain't 43 now, she gonna be 43 and alone for real. She better get
Mm.
used to this.
Um, Good question. African Acetan. Why was he so cool when she called him the B word? He said it to the friend. She was trying to get a rise out of him. He knew she was trying to get him to argue, to lash out and react. And for many a time, and if you look at sometimes former military individuals or people who are trained in de-escalation, you are to remain calm. Let all of that, bubble around you. Let all of that and keep your eyes on the person that is kind of going off. And his assessment too is, I'm on camera. how am I gonna look to going off on her, even if I told her, you know, no, you be quiet, B. How would we look at Brandon if he turned it around on her and called her a B? Not
Start
going
posting her.
not going to end well for him in, in this court of public opinion. Not going to end well. But if you are in de-escalation, everything, he is doing exactly the right thing. If it was Aaron H, I would say it's learned behavior from his previous, experience with DV, not to react. So, as Jay said, I want to know and see what Brandon has done to elicit this reaction from her. It can't just be you're bored or this is boring. It can't just be that.
Even if you call me boring, I'm still not gonna call you a B.
No.
I've been probably told you like you ain't doing nothing to bring the fun out of me or some stuff like that, but I'm not gonna sit here and call you a B. That lady, to be honest with you, I really don't feel like he did anything but say what he said. And she reacting off of her trauma, past trauma. But then that also it says that you are not ready for love. And I know that's not that show, but you just not ready for this. You're not ready for a real relationship. So stop trying to turn it on this man and try to get him to react so you can be like, oh, see what I'm saying? This is what I'm talking about. This is what I need. You just need to go heal. Hell, be woman enough to sit there and say, you know what? Being around you, I have realized my healing journey is not done. I need some more. I need more time. Because I'm going to lose a good man like you if I keep effing around the way I'm doing. I don't know why it's so hard for us to just tell people either I'm not in a good space to be with you, or you're just not my person, or, I just don't see a future. I know we was good before, but I just don't see it now that we in person. It's not that hard to just easily say that stuff. I don't care if the cameras is there. Y'all just not going to get this much out of me. I'm not about to embarrass myself for no TV. That man would have had to really do something to me. And I mean, like literally put his hands on me for me to sit there and call him out his name like that. I would have expected it from Alexis more than from her. Because at least we know Alexis had her some hands put on her.
I just, as we said, it just rolled off of her tongue too easily. The disrespect, even if she's not accustomed to speaking to a partner in a particular way, as folks would say, you wouldn't speak to a stranger on the street like this unless you would. But most people who are raised in a household to have good manners, you would not speak to a stranger in that manner. Just, some basic courtesy. But even if, as I said last week, even if he said this is boring, you sometimes got to flip it. Say, hey, this ain't the main event. This is boring. Yeah. Wait till we get to the boom boom room. Something. Don't take it to heart and say, oh, this is boring. I'm boring. So now it's something with you. And then turn around. He has embarrassed me on national TV.
Mm-hmm.
No. Sienna, you have done that to yourself.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, she did claim that he laughed at her when she was sharing some of her intimate moments or whatever, but that's still not a reason. I would have probably just shut down and stopped talking to you, but I'm not going to call you out your name. I'm quick to end the conversation. Okay, you ain't really trying to hear me on this. Okay, that's cool. But I'm not going to call you out your name or whatever and stuff like that. I don't know. I just, that whole getting a rise out of people and all that stuff, like, because I'm hurt, I'm triggered. And I'm not saying the good man is necessarily him. I'm just saying she gonna lose a good man. She don't go get herself fixed. It don't have to be him, but any man that comes along right now while she's in this state, she gonna lose him. Regardless if he good, bad, ugly, it don't even matter. She gonna lose him. She gonna keep attracting the type of man who has been doing her whatever way that they've been doing her to have her even act like this right now. Because she's perpetuating the cycle that she's stuck in right now. You want better, you do better. You want better, you change. You don't wait for somebody else to change or something new to come along and be different. Because if I'm not fixing myself, when that different comes, I'm not going to even recognize it. I'm still going to be treating it the same. So what good is all of the new coming along and being great for me or whatever going to do when I'm still sitting here doing the stupid stuff I've been doing with the foolishness that I was fooling with before?
No gentleman.
I'm sorry.
No. No gentleman watching this is going to wish to approach her or enter a relationship with her.
Not serious. They're gonna be coming at her like Greg on Millie, just wanted to just jump her bones, and that's it. That's because they're not gonna stay. They're not gonna stay checked in long enough for her to call them a B. Then she's gonna be mad, spewing out all kind of stuff when they ghost her, when they stonewall her, when they do all of those things, because they're not gonna put up with the energy. She gonna get the one that put up with the energy is gonna be the one she don't really want. That's the one that's gonna give her the hell. He putting up with the energy because he's creating it. He likes it. It's fun to him. But that she don't want that. You don't never want that one. You don't never want that one.
He would be the one making you think you saw something and then you go and pop off.
Yeah. He gonna be the one who actually talking to the girl, talking bad about you. Not trying to fix the relationship, but trying to get with that other girl while talking about you. Yeah, I got an old lady, but we and her not seeing eye to eye right now. She be getting on my nerves.
I'm telling you, again, we saw Dom was removed and sent to a hotel. Sienna has just thrown an object at Brandon and hit him. She should also be removed from the house and sent to a hotel.
That's why I said I don't know why they didn't have a house meeting. Why we didn't have a whole house meeting, that we have a zero tolerance around here.
Especially after the Dom situation. And maybe they did. But again, I don't think a lot of people will think taking the flowers and throwing it in his direction is considered violent. There's a lot of people who may not see it as such.
But then we have to go back to Naomi Campbell throwing her cell phone because it was in her hand at her assistant. Like, that's what it's going to come down to. Whatever's in my hand, I'm going to launch at you, which is crazy because I just watched a whole video of a girl launching a bowling ball at somebody's head. So, so that's the energy you're giving me. If we have smoke from when people throw glasses of water in people's face, we be having more energy for those people. So we got is the flower just because it's soft at the top. That's thorns at the bottom. Like, and then you just gonna hurry up and run yourself back upstairs because why? Why? He's telling the people he done. He been done because you called him a B. And here's the funny kicker about it. In her confessional, she want to tell us, oh yeah, if he just be patient enough to get through the walls. Why do I got to be patient to get through your walls? Why you can't come with your walls kind of with a door in between so I can, when I walk through, just unlock it. Just unlock it so I can unlock the door to walk through. Why I got to climb walls? I got to come with equipment and, have shoes on and picks and all this stuff. Why I got to look like 007? And deal with you at the top of the wall, throwing stuff down at me, trying to cut the rope, trying to do all of this to sabotage me from getting up there. Why do I have to go through all of this just to find out if there's a paradise on the other side? I might get over the wall and get to another wall. The hell you think I'm going to climb this damn first wall for? Is you crazy? The way she acting, it might be a whole nother wall on the other side because she's so bipolar with it. And I don't even want to put that on the bipolar people. You know what I'm saying? But the way she is, her indecisiveness, that's what I'm going to just use. The same thing that he said, an unstable creature.
She can't decide if she wants to be nice to him or mean to him. As wasn't it Chris that said she's hot and cold?
Not some sugar wash. Shay, go to sleep.
I left that alone. I didn't say it. But again, this is the level of toxicity that the gentlemen do not like. They like a little sprinkle of it. If Sean's still in the chat, we know Sean has said before, it's a little sprinkle of toxicity, but this is way past toxic. This is radioactive.
Yeah, I mean, the what did you say and stuff like that, they'll tolerate that. They'll tolerate that, because that's a little spice sometimes. You can make the face, but some of them will tolerate what did you say and stuff like that, so they can kind of wrap you back up and get you all in the bedroom and all that. But you calling him a bee, you throwing flowers, you screaming in his face, you won't let him get a word in. It's too much. It's too much for what we've been in here 72 hours or less.
Greg keeping time. Greg is keeping time.
He said he'd buy him another 72 if he go put it down in the pool room and buy him another 72 hours.
Oh, Greg is the comic relief.
I'm just saying, just a little cayenne pepper ain't nothing. But when we start dumping the whole bowl, the whole container of it up in there, the way Bria was dumping that Old Bay up and that stuff, that's too much. And then on top of it, you want to throw ghost peppers and all this up in there. Ain't nobody, okay? She one of them people that want to give you that daggone spicy chip and be like, okay, now eat another one. You handled that one, now eat another one. Let's do it again. Like, girl, go away from me. You was too much.
I almost expected her to kick the plate off the bed. I was so, it's real sad when I'm like, okay, I'm thankful she didn't just kick his stuff off the bed.
No, I wasn't totally mad with the foot on the bed because I don't know if he'd been walking through the floors on dirty feet.
No, she said he had a plate, like a plate of food.
No, she told him to get his foot off the bed too.
Oh.
Yeah, it's that. But I was like, the way she was yelling it, I was like, I'd be like, could you please get your foot off the bed? Because I'm kind of partial to dirty feet on my bed too.
Yeah.
She was screaming, get your foot off the bed. Get your... Man, who are you talking to?
I'm not yelling.
Well, you talking in your Samuel L. Jackson voice, and I'm going to need you to bring it down, okay? Because I can't hear you now. You too loud. Your decibels are too high. Okay, bring it down. I don't know if you're going deaf, ma'am.
I will strike my vengeance upon thee. That's what I was hearing. The Samuel L. Jackson, Pulp Fiction whole thing. I was like, ooh, she doesn't even realize she's loud. She's off the deep end.
In the boom boom room, ma'am. That's a whole nother building outside of this house, ma'am. I don't know what time of the night is, but if somebody's trying to take a nap, they can't.
It's like, can we go a night without one couple fighting? It's like all the couples like, could we have a night without anybody screaming, fighting, getting loud? Could we have one?
Sean, I agree with you on that one and stuff, but I'm not gonna yell at you. It's just gonna be like, get out. And I don't know if you've watched that part yet, Sean. You probably haven't yet, so you'll understand. The yelling was yelling. She was on a good one, and it's already bad because you're already yelling at me at some other stuff, and you're kicking me out the room. So it's not just one of those. It wasn't at the beginning like, hey, you got your feet on my bed. Can you get it off, or whatever? And she asked one or two times politely. It's get out my room, get your feet off my bed, like, and you've been already yelling at me. So you already know you're not coming from a loving space of, I just don't like dirty feet on my bed.
No, not a loving space at all. Not at all. It's like, how, and that's why I saw the selfishness in her. She's like, how is you not telling me what does that do for me? How is that helping me? It's like, you're not here for me. You're here for us. You're here for our relationship. But it's like, how is this helping me? You're not sharing. She was just keep on with that mantra. I was like, oh my God.
That's why you need to talk to a therapist, because you need to help you. I can't help you. Because how was it helping me when you called me a bee?
Well, Brandon did say he was shaking and still processing when Chris went to talk to him. He was very vocal. He was very vocal about what he was feeling, what he experienced. He can articulate it. And, for me, it's like he's removed himself from the space. He's trying to work through it. And here you come with another wave and throw in the flowers to hit him.
Well, Ari and Sean has put it so good last live we had when we were talking about summer house and summer. The therapist is only going to work as good as you do. So there's that. So I don't even know that she could have a whole therapist right now, but if she ain't even going in there acting like she wants help, or you know, divulging the information that needs to get the proper help that she is, she could waste her money all day, because that's all you're doing at that point. But she doesn't. The thing is, she don't even listen. I don't even think she can have a therapist, because when they get to talking to her, she probably ain't gonna even listen to them.
They don't know me.
She be ready to interject so daggone quickly.
But why does she automatically think, there's a way again, feminine wiles. There's a way to get it. Was Millie helpful? Was she able to help you understand me a little bit better? Well, because Greg helped me understand you. What were you all talking about?
She don't have no feminine wiles anymore. She's been living in her masculinity. Like she said, her and her friend has been single, and they have only had each other to get through the pandemic. Okay, Raven Simone. Because that's what it's given at this point right now, okay?
Well, at least they didn't say they quarantined together.
No, it didn't, but it's given I'd rather cross over so I can be the man in the relationship. Because I am that, okay? Because that's what it's definitely given right now. She could be mad about it, but I'm just like, this energy is a bit much, even for the community.
So I want to know, why did Shay say, okay, Sienna has a hard edge. We understand that. But why did she say Brandon likes to hold grudges?
That was Shay saying that craziness.
Yeah, that's why I said, why did Shay say that? I didn't see Brandon holding grudges.
I don't know what Shay want him to forgive. He want her to forgive him to forgive her calling a B. I don't know why Shay is expecting that much of that man child. I just told you, as a woman, I wouldn't be forgiving you. The fact that he even still cooking with her the next day was enough of not holding a grudge for me, because I'll still be mad the next day until I got my apology. The fact that somebody else had to tell her to give the apology would have kept me in a grudge even longer. Like, you cook your own damn meal. Because I don't think your apology is sincere. The fact that somebody else had to literally tell you in front of me that you were wrong.
Save your breath at that point. I don't want to hear it.
So I don't know what Shay wanted. I don't know what Shay wanted. I don't know what grudges he holding or whatever. Maybe something else is going on in the house that we don't know of, that he beefing with somebody else. I have no clue. But I was like, Shay, please, ma'am, again, just because you want to forgive a man for having a baby with his roommate does not mean that he got to forgive this woman for calling him out his name. Okay, you could be a fool for love if you want to, but I'm not about to tell this man to go ahead and just okay. It's okay. She's just going through some things right now, Brandon. Just don't pay her no attention. She gets like this. No. So Shay, shh. Okay, just let Josh call you out your name. Let's see what happens then. Let's see if you forgive him then. Right now, you and Josh in a loving bubble, so it's all nice and beautiful and roses and butterflies and all this stuff like that. But as soon as the day come, y'all have a real argument. Let's see how forgiving you become then. Mind your business, lady.
Or flip it. If Brandon was coming at Sienna, asking her, "What did you talk about Greg about me?" What if he came at her like that? What would we be saying? That he's got to be removed from the house.
And she need to go about her way and all this stuff like that. So, ma'am, again, shh. Because once again, I don't know if you missed the whole part of her calling him out the name and then trying to sit here and talk about the mother of his children and his children as saying that they are mistakes and failures or whatever and stuff like that. And you know how some of us is about basically going in about our kids, please. Shh. She is a sweet lady, Sean, but she need to sweetly, politely, and keep her way out of it. Just keep sweeping the floor in silence, okay? She over here acting like she acted like Miss Seeley. Beat her. And this is giving bad advice. So you see what happened when you gave bad advice. Oh, I just thought because it worked on me that I should see, Way, you got to explain your people now. I see you here with us, baby. No, because it worked on me, that it'll work on you if we just forgive. Ma'am, go away. No, she can't be mad and stuff. She can be, because if they was talking about if Jay say so, if it's a strong if, and if it was a fifth, we all be drunk right now. If they was talking about how serious this relationship was, and this was supposed to be a serious relationship that they was in at the time, and I don't know, because we still told you this story done got layered now with this explanation or whatever. If they was exclusive, as some of these other couples like to tell us that they was, and whatever, during the time of this baby, she could be mad. She could be mad. And like she said, she was mad at the time, but she got over it. She got over it. Yeah, I seen that part. That's why I was like, she's a sweet lady. I seen that part, Sean. And see, Way, you got to watch the show, Mama. You got to watch the show. I know you probably ain't been watching this show or whatnot, but your Chicagoans, your Chicago people, they out of control, child. They bringing a bad name to the family. They dishonoring the family name, girl. They out here wilding out. You got one over here fighting, the other one flirting with another man in front of his woman and her man, child. I know that's why she was able to forgive, but she need to stay out these people business, because he don't have to forgive. Jay, he don't have to forgive. She need to stay out this. She need to stay out this. Okay, it's no slander on Chicago. Shout out to Chloe Johnson.
We just calling it like we see it on the show.
We just say because the New Yorkers had to explain they New Yorkers up in here, so we need to see way they might not even be from the same area, but we need to explain once again. Like I said, I had to. Nah. Chicago been getting out of control.
Yep, Chicago fighting, and then right under the man's nose,
right?
Flirting. You singing the praises of a man who is with someone else. Ooh, Lord.
Listen, I think it's something with the Inglewood, because LA got their Inglewood too, and they just they be out of control over here too. No. Nah, but yeah. I don't know.
Can't wait for maths Chicago, if this is how Chicago behaving.
Child, I can't explain why Millie and Greg can see 30 minutes away, or why Chris and Sandia couldn't see each other yet. Sandia could see that he was in the club every other week. How you couldn't meet him at the club if you could see he at the club? I can't explain neither one of them two. Okay, them two got the worst excuses ever. Them two couples, they got the worst excuses ever. Okay, them two, at least two of them. I don't know how close in Florida Chris and Sandia live, but you 30 minutes away in LA. Child, I'm gonna tell y'all now, the Panorama was only on lockdown for probably a good 3 months, and child, I worked every bit of it. So after that, I know my friends was outside, and I was mad because I was still at work. I don't know if y'all remember me fussing about that on Kojo channel a lot of times, because I was coming from work or whatever, while everybody else, all my friends, was getting unemployment and outside. So it wasn't that much of a lockdown. So I don't know what the heck. And why they couldn't see each other. Yes, it's a whole food. See, wait, why don't you okay, you got it. They didn't give you a trigger warning for the first 2 episodes until after the second episode. So just trigger warning on the first 2 episodes, and then it gets better from that. Okay, see, wait, so once you watch it.
And then go watch Kojo's interview with Dom from the very first episode.
Yeah. No, Sean, Aaron Aaron Hustle is from somewhere else. Diamond is from LA.
Yeah. No, Diamond is from Sanford, Florida.
No, I thought she said she was in LA.
No, Diamond, and I remember that because I used to live in Sanford, Florida. Diamond,
she could have swore she said
Diamond with a Y is from Sanford, Florida.
I'm gonna have to go back to some episodes because I could have swore she said LA.
Mm-mm.
Right. Don't matter. Look, it don't matter. Anywho,
She looked like Janelle too. They kin.
got a little bit of that attitude like it too. Well, we'll see. You know, she a busy woman, Shine. She got her projects going on and things. So shout out to her and getting her stuff going. So
Yeah, Diamond is from Florida and Aaron H is from California.
okay. Well, that explains the painting nails. I'm just gonna say it's places in California are real eccentric, okay? Real eccentric. Generally, the eccentric places is part of the community that my peoples be hanging in, my twin be in. No, I got my twin. I love my twin, you know what I'm saying? But he is definitely part of the community and I love him to death. And we wear the same size heels. I miss him. He need to come back out here. He actually from North Carolina. He need to come back home. I don't know if he back out here. I need to call him. Yeah, we talked about the nail sea golden, baby. You got to run it back because we was trying to figure out it was multicolored. Okay, we just trying to keep a color for every race, I guess. I'm not sure, but that blue nail was standing out to me. I didn't understand if it was matching. My nephew said it matched some socks that he had on. I'm not sure what it was matching, but the blue nail. No. All right, we gonna stop y'all trying to spread love, New York love all the way and through the community. Okay, well y'all spread that love over to Sienna because she needs a lot of it. Y'all send hugs Sienna's way. Y'all send hugs Sienna's way. She needs a lot of hugs. I know. Sean want to tell us that people got boundaries and they don't want hugs or whatever, but y'all send her some virtual hugs because baby need a lot of them.
The Bronx got the zoo in Hunts Point. Okay?
She need to be held.
So I don't know what part of the Bronx.
She need to be held a bit now, before they have her in holding. So she need to please send her some love to her.
Yes.
And some love to her before she, before she actually be in holding now. Come on now. That thing is working. Working on it. She working on a rap sheet, child. I guess she was talking to Don before he left. If there's no actual marks on him, it's not nothing according to him. So I guess she had that conversation with Dom, and she's like, "Let me throw these roses at his ankles. They won't see the scars on there." Yeah. Send her some virtual hugs because she need them, baby.
Yeah, because it's another level when the person removes themselves from the argument, and we saw that the first episode too, and you still want to follow them and continue on. I'm sorry, Own. If you don't remove her from the house, if you don't remove her like you did Dom, then we got to have a serious talk about DV and how it is perceived in the community.
Well, Chad, listen, at least Chaz wasn't throwing the flowers at people, okay? I don't know. I'm tired. I was surprised she didn't. I'm so really surprised that she didn't get up. I thought she was gonna get up out that bed and follow him when he left out the room because it did take her a while before she came down there. I guess she was trying to gather what she was gonna throw at him or whatever. So
I think because they were talking and they weren't paying her any attention, and she's da 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 in the room and echoing through the house. I think she was like, "Oh no, I gotta make my presence known a little bit more because now they're just talking amongst themselves while I'm having a meltdown in the room."
Well, she told us when he was explaining that he's for calm and collected. She's for the dramatics. He's for the laughing and she's for the dramatics. And I'm like, to be honest, it sounds like, and I can't remember what they called the actual tick. I can't remember what they called it for Arthur Fleck or whatever. But it sounds like he has that same thing where you just do that uncontrollable laugh. What the Joker has, because the Joker actually have nothing. Not to say he's the Joker, but the Joker actually have a condition where he does an uncontrollable laugh or whatever. And it sounds like he was almost to that degree where it's in heightened situations, he kind of try to laugh things off. Now, I'm not saying he actually has that. It sounds like he was trying to say he has a condition to that degree. But baby girl, you being dramatic is not a condition. That's not a condition. So you're just choosing to be acting up. So, ma'am, I don't know. I don't know. Any final words before we get up out of here? Sid?
Can we just love and be gentle with each other and bring some understanding? We wish to be understood. Why can't we try a little bit of understanding of the other person? We're still trying to learn each other, see if we can make it in the real world, in this not so real world house, or more like MTV real world house. But we're trying to be understood, but we're not trying to be understanding of the other person.
Yep, understanding can't go one way. That's for sure. Anywho, just quick housekeeping before I get up out of here. Next Friday, I'm going to be at a graduation, and then that whole weekend is going to be kind of a busy weekend for me. So I'm trying to figure out one, because I know you do. You recap this on Saturday mornings over on Ariadne's. Saturday afternoon. Oh yeah, because it's afternoon for y'all. Over on Ariadne's channel. And so I thought I got to figure out, because I want to say maybe we can come back Sunday, and then following Monday I might have a photo shoot. That's way out that I got to go far out for. So I will keep you guys all posted. Check the community tab during the week on when we're going to actually have the live, because it could possibly be Sunday. If not, I'll be doing back-to-back on Tuesday. We'll be having Summer House, and then we'll be recapping Never Ever Met for this week, if we can get it in. Or next week, actually, I should say. So we will not be here next Friday. I also do know that, and I hate for y'all to leave me, because then y'all gonna probably never come back, because Really B is really good. But my girl Really B does recap it after the episode as well. And I believe Miss Misha recaps it as well. So, if y'all want to take a break, but do come back to me though. Don't just leave me. I send y'all over there and y'all never come back because y'all like it over there better. Don't do that. But come back. We'll be back. But we'll be back to regular schedule program the week of the 20th. We'll be back to our regular schedule that week. So next week we will not be here, but I'll be back with you all again. And again, Tuesday we'll be back for Summer House. This coming Tuesday we'll be back for Summer House, 4 p.m. EST, 1 p.m. PST. So join us here again if you're interested in Summer House. And also, I am working on a couple more projects. I don't know if you guys watched the show Them. Season 2 is out. Don't watch the season, so I got to work on that. And Sid, me, and Trey, we still got to get together and get our House of D, our Hot D together. House of the Dragon. I love saying Hot D. We got to get our House of the Dragon together, so we're going to get on that. But like I say, these next Sunday, well, this Sunday probably could, but next Sunday is Mother's Day as well, so it's going to be a little crazy on that. So anywho, it's been a pleasure being with you all tonight. If you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. If you're watching this on a replay, go ahead and leave us some comments. Let us know what you felt about this episode. Was people doing too much? Was they not doing enough? Was Diamond with the Y and Aaron H all up and through people business and they need to mind their own? Do Shay need to mind her business and the kids over there that she do not have, but she gonna have to soon be stepmother to? Just let us know how we feel. You graduate next week, and congratulations to you. Congratulations. One quick congratulations to the olive branches. Okay. My cousin just graduated this week as well. And be safe out here on these campuses, please. Okay. It's sad that it's a lot of stuff going on the campus and y'all can't just enjoy your achievements in peace. But definitely, congratulations to you, and be very safe out there. And the rest of y'all be safe this weekend. Have a wonderful, blessed weekend. Love y'all. We're going to leave y'all. You know what I'm saying? We ain't going to leave y'all with nothing. That's just what we do around here. But we're going to leave y'all with a little something before we get out of here. Because, Sienna was out here acting a whole fool and looking crazy. So here we go.
T-shirt, you done left fingerprints and all. You are so dumb. You are really dumb.
Whoa, calm down, Jamal. Don't pull out the 9. It's just a joke.